Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Donna, this is my Wonderland, and today we are talking about everything I crocheted in 2025. So I may not have been uploading videos, but that didn't stop me crocheting. So I'm going to make a cup of tea, we're going to head up to the craft room, and I'm going to show you what I made. Okay guys, so I have bought my cup of tea upstairs. I've already got some water up here, and I'm going to go through this big pile here of things that I have made in 2025. So I'm probably, I've got my hair up and that causes an issue with showing you what some of these things look like. So during the summer, well, hang on, I'm going to try and do it in order. It's not going to work very well. So I did make this cloud cardigan from MJ Off the Hooks Designs. I always get her name wrong. I apologise. I put it on screen. I love this cardigan. I've got it in green. I made it in green and it was too big. Ideally, I wanted a chunky cardigan. I made it way too big for me, so I adjusted this one, made it smaller, and this one fits me much nicer. I do want to make another one, just because the only thing that I don't like is how big the cuffs have stretched out. So they are really stretched out and they don't hug. So whereas this sort of sits close to my skin, this doesn't, and I don't like that. I wanted it to be closer, so I will probably make another one of these at some point. But I do love this cardigan, this sort of pink tweed. It's nice and cozy. It is Aran yarn that I used for this, and I have actually done the video for this, so I haven't actually edited it, but whilst I was going through my stuff today, I realised that I recorded the whole video of how I made this, and I never got around to editing it and sharing it, so I will probably edit that at some point and share that with you in the next few weeks, so that you can see how this came together, and you'll see my green one in that one as well. So that one's coming up. Then in the summer I decided, you know, summer doesn't mean that we don't get crochet anymore, and I made a summer sort of bucket hat, and obviously I've got my hair up so it's not sitting down as far as it should, but it kind of sits down quite far like this, gives me a nice brim. Obviously sits flatter than that because I've got my hair up so you can't see it very well. My hair's an absolute mess actually, so taking it down's a bit of a nightmare, but I'll do it for you guys. I'll do it for the ease of putting this on and you seeing how. So I made this one first and I love it, but it's that ecru, I don't know how you pronounce it, but it's that off beige kind of colour, which is not my colour. So I made this one. It's actually a little bit too big on the brim, but I love it. And so I made one in white, which I took with me when I went to the seaside. It was a great sun hat and I really need it because I have to wear my glasses, and I haven't got sunglasses that are prescription. These ones are the tinted, they tint change, which is new. I've only had these just before Christmas, so I didn't have these. And so it just allowed me to wear my glasses and not have the sun in my face, and I love it. So I made that one, and then I made a bag to go with it. So let me just pop my hair back up because it is a greasy mess and it's going to bother me. Okay, so I made this bag. So it's got a hard bottom, these sort of faux bamboo handles. I put this little clasp on it. It's a little sort of dragonfly butterfly clasp, and I've actually done that in two-tone colours. I don't know why, but I did. So it's silver and gold, and I just loved this pattern. So if I show you up close, can you see? I really loved doing this one, and it came up quite quickly. I love jobs that I can do really quickly. So the hat only took me a couple of evenings. This didn't take me very long at all. So much so that I made another one in green, so an evening version. So if you want to go out for the evening, I have yet to put a popper on here, but I'm going to put a popper on here. And again, it's just really nice little evening bag. That was after I went on a bit of a bag making spree. So I made several of these bags, which I love. So this is a red one. I've done a couple of blue ones for me and my mum for my sister's wedding. I made a green one for my sister's wedding, the other sister. I made a red one like this for my friend Janine, and a pink one for my friend Becky. Absolutely love them. They work out quite nicely, and a really nice bag, so I had real good fun making those. I also made some other hats, so I went a bit, I like my vintage cloches, so I went and I made a couple of those. So I've got this, so these are nice for the winter, but a little bit different from your bobble hat, so I really like that. I made this one, and then I made a red one with a rose, which I loved. Made plenty of bobble hats, so many bobble hats I don't know what to do with them. So this is an orange one, not my colour, but I did make it. And I made smaller orange one, and I made a green one. So this goes with, this is the same yarn that I made that cardigan, the cloud cardigan out of, so this matches my cardigan. So I made loads of those, probably about 7, 8, maybe 10 of those. Also headband. This one's actually too big for me, so I need to adjust the next time I make it. It's a bit loosey-goosey on me, but I love it. So there's that. So I actually did make a lot of things last year, and any of these things you want me to show you how to do, just drop a comment below and I will go through that for you. I also made this clutch bag, so it's got a popper on either side, and then it's like an envelope clutch. Really enjoyed making that. Excuse my phone pinging off over there. Let's turn that on silent. There we go. What else did I do? So I also made a cardigan. Here it is. And this was because I was trying to make a cardigan of my very own out of my head, which I haven't bought in here. I'll go and see if I can find it. And I saw the pattern for this one, and I just thought I'd give this a go, and I really love it. But the thing is the person who put the pattern up, she just literally made it for herself, and she didn't put a pattern, she just said this is what I did. So I was kind of copying her pattern and then trying to adjust for myself as I went along. And in doing so, the neckline, there isn't enough space for my neck, so it kind of cuts in quite like, this is it, this is the neck, which is just not wide enough. It needs to be more like this. So I do need to undo this and redo it and do a bigger neck space. But that will be for another day. I do love the cuffs on these. I really like it as a cropped cardigan. And so I will make it again, remake it, should I say, and do the neckline better. And then I made this, which is a big long sort of scarf shawl with sleeves. So the idea is that you put your arm in the sleeve hole, and then you can wrap it round you twice, and you can finesse it, and then you put your other arm in the other armhole. Obviously I've got a cardigan on, jumper on, so it's not helping much, but you kind of get the gist, and you can bring it down and flatten it out, and it fits me better when I've got another jumper on than it does when I haven't. But it's kind of that kind of thing. You can wear it that way, or you can wear it the other way around, so it's two ways to wear it. I made this with the idea that it would be a good idea for my wedding to have something that I can put on if it gets chilly in the evening. And so obviously I much prefer to have a white one. This is a pink, and it comes up quite baby pink I think on camera, but it is quite a bright, feels quite bright under any lights. So there's that one. Let me go and see if I can find you the cardigan that I made. Okay, so this is the cardigan that I made, and I am actually really proud of it, but it took an awful long time. It's very thick, very warm, and cost an awful lot of money, because I think it took me about 9 balls of yarn, I'm not gonna lie. So this is a cardigan that I saw in Tesco's. It was a knitted cardigan, which is where I had my first issue, was making something that was knitted and making it out of crochet. But I did a lot of testing, and I didn't record the process of it. Really, I did some TikToks of it as I went, but I didn't really show all of my working out. So I actually did, and I think I've got one over here. I did a lot of samples. I did a lot of sample swatches to see how it came out in different yarns. So I used this yarn and I made it, and I liked the way that worked, which is why I chose this yarn but different colour for the cardigan. It's a combination of crochet and knit, because this bottom hem here, this would not come like this if it wasn't knitted. So I had to do the knit for the rolled hem that the cardigan in Tesco's had. I tried knitting with the largest needles that I had, and I just didn't like the way that it was knitting up with crochet. Because it's the same on the back as the front, it kind of bolsters it, it makes it thicker, it makes it cozier, it makes it warmer, it makes it a bit springier, whereas knit tends to be quite flat. And then it just didn't have the same feel to me, so I really wanted to do it out of crochet. The biggest issue came when I did the sleeves, because this should technically be running the same way as this, so it should be, the lines should be going down the sleeves, and they're not, they're going round the sleeves. So if anybody knows anything about clothing and stripes and the way you wear them, vertical stripes make you look slimmer, horizontal stripes make you look wider. I am not about making myself look wider, and my arms certainly don't need to be made any wider. So that really bothers me. I feel like it gives me Michelin arms, which I don't like. But there was nothing I could do about it. I suppose I could knit the sleeves, because I tend to get quite warm under the armpits anyway, so less bulk around there would probably be a good thing. And then at least it's running in the right direction. I don't know whether I would want to do that again. But I did finish it off completely. I did the neckline, I did the buttonholes. This is all knit, the neckline is all knit. Did pockets, but they are different sizes. So it was really a trial and error, and I redid and like took apart the back several times to get it right. Did the same with the sides. The sleeves were the bane of my life. It took me probably about 3 months. So I started this in October 2025, so it does come under my 2025 makes, but I did not complete it until January 2026. And that was me picking it up, putting it down, picking it up, putting it down. So it really was a labour of love. But it's my first make that I've just looked at something and gone, I wonder if I can replicate that. And so I was really proud of the fact that I stuck with it and completed it. The problem is I either get like a bee in my bonnet, like with these sort of bucket hats, cloches, where I just want to make them really like on repeat. The bobble hats, you know, I made about 10 of them because they work up so quickly and easily, and they are really fun to do. Bags that I've done multiples of because they're quick and easy, but something like that takes so long, and it's just like, I just don't know if I can be bothered to do it again. So we will see, but that is probably, I think, almost one of everything that I made last year. I did make a red blanket that you will probably have seen in my previous Where I've Been video. You would have seen it in the back of that I made last year as well, and that was something that I had to do over and over again because that was yarn that I bought to make this cardigan. I think I bought, yeah, so I bought this cardigan's yarn thinking I would use, and my battery died, so I'm going to finish off on my phone, so apologies for the change in sound slash lighting. I chose this yarn here for the cardigan I was going to make, and it was too thin, so this was just a double knit, I believe. So that was, oh no, maybe it's an Aran, might be an Aran, and it wasn't thick enough for the look that I wanted, so I made that cardigan. And then I bought the red yarn from that I made the blanket out of, which was a bulky yarn, and that was too thick, so I was like, what do I do? I'd bought 6 balls of it, what do I do with it? And I actually needed to buy an extra, I don't know, 6 balls or something to make the blanket the size that I was worth having a blanket. So yeah, so it was a lot of trial and error, but we got there in the end. I made the cardigan that I wanted to make. I was really impressed with myself. So I can do hard things, which I've worked out with this on the creative spectrum. So that was fun. That's everything I made. Like I say, if you want to see a tutorial of any of the things that I have made, then let me know and I'll look at doing that. I'm not sure what my next project is. I've been making some gnomes, so I might show you those. I did do one of those in 2025, but I gifted it, and the other 2 that I've made this year aren't complete, so I can't show you those as a completed project. But lots of things on the way. I am definitely going to be picking up the sewing machine. There are projects that I've been waiting to do for absolutely yonks and haven't done yet, and there is so much material in my craft room that I really need to start working on some things. And I just watch all of these videos where people are just whipping up dresses just like this out of a thrifted garment, and I'm just like, I need to be able to do that, because I am forever like thinking, oh, I would really like a dress that looked like this, and they don't exist. So I need to be able to make it myself. So we will go on that sewing journey together. I will be back with another video. It should be my craft clear up video. So it's taken me quite a while, not a quick job. Several days that I've spent doing it, so that should be the next video that you see, or maybe it'll be the cloudy cardigan video, we shall see. But I will see you in the next one. Thanks for watching, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye for now. Mm-hmm.